So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin, a delight to have him on board.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Yeah, Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression.
Can he finish? They score!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Ibrahimovic at his razor-sharp best there.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Mbappe. And reclaimed it in a trice. Mbappe. Oh, good-looking ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. The pass has gone astray. Cucurella clears. Thuram. Gravenberch. And here's Nunez. Thuram was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Not the most accurate pass. Now, can they get him away? Thuram, brilliantly cut out. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Mbappe. Out of play for a goal kick. Madrid are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, what a climb! No, not the best of headers. De Jong. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, super ball. And he's managed to get free. Palmer! And how good was that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Cucurella kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's gone for a throw-in. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. He's being urged to shoot. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Ferdinand, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Gravenberch. Botafogo were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Madrid have got it back, and they'll have another go. And he welcomes it in. Palmer was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Ibrahimovic, he's picked his way through. Oh, sweet feet. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, what? He's had a shot! Played out wide. Now the delivery. Donnarumma tries. Oh, he's been caught now. Tries a shot! Goal! Botafogo! And they're back in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Botafogo go into the lead. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Mbappe. Nice control. And here's Bellingham. Palmer. De Jong, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Probing pass. Oh, that's a fine interception. We are into overtime. Palmer in with the challenge. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Cucurella gets into a good position. Shot, surely! It's there! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. And here's Mbappe. Here's a chance! No, he's missed it.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Madrid have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And he's forced to go back. That's been drilled forward. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Camisa 11, camisa 23, camisa 8, deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 14.
Shot a goal! He scored! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Madrid get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Ferdinand is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Yildiz. And here's Hullet. Lahm. Hullet. Now Seedorf. Out towards the flank. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected. It's a corner. Roberto Carlos plays it short. And it's Roberto Carlos. It's come through and he's had a quick look in. Climbs up big! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Nicely aimed pass. Messi.
Botafogo really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That's an imaginative pass. That ball looks a good one. Oh, that was vital. Vieira. And it's Dembele. Seedorf does well to get it back. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 13, camisa 5. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 3, camisa 19.
Kimmich. Cucurella. This is Dembele. That's gone route one. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Dembele, he has found the way through.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Into the channel.
You can never be short of runners in the space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Desperate defending required here. Roberto Carlos goes short. Cleared without hesitation. And it's Thuram. Now, who's going to be first to this?
Foram indicados 4 minutos de
Looking
acréscimo.
wide. Roberto Carlos chooses to go crossfield. And he's picked it up out wide. Crossed into... Big header! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Good-looking ball. Ooh, can he get onto this? Dembele, given the lift of his goal. Whittles his way through. He's found a way. Good chance here! And that may well be that. That is that. Madrid have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very impressive turnaround.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just about the perfect defensive specimen.
Yeah, and I think often underrated.
Played in deep. He gets big! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
That's a look and plays it forward. Now it's Grafenberg. And here's Palmer.
Palmer really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That has ended up in no man's land. Madrid looking to pass. Vinicius Junior! Oh, that was no routine save.
Vinicius Junior is offering a right smile there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. Seedorf. That pass isn't the best. Pullet. Still goalless. Works it out wide. Lahm plays it in. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That pass has been well intercepted. Gravenberg. Now Mbappe. Lovely bit of skill. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Valverde. That's a lovely, neat pass. And he's taking no chances there. And the finish! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Valverde really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Decent chance! There it is! Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Madrid have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Lahm. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the press. And this is Hullet. Oh, good spread. Ball driven towards the... Up he goes! And that has been cleared. And he's gone backward here. Brilliantly cut out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Hullet gets into some space. Roberto Carlos still... Big header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Palmer. And here's Vinicius Junior. Pinches it off him. Thuram. Nunez chasing after it. Seedorf. And it's Lahm. Always onto this. Gullit has it out wide and in space. Drives it in. Climbs up big! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Seedorf. That has not gone well. And there is the half-time whistle. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Madrid have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Madrid carrying a one-goal lead. Darwin. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Roberto Carlos is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Ferdinand makes the interception. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ferdinand, it's an inviting looking ball that. Lovely passing, lovely move. It's a mighty! Oh, it's hit the post! Oh, what has happened here? Cucurella attempts a clearance. And he shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Van Dijk, very much a man of this moment. And it's Roberto Carlos. Nunez. Good read, needed to be. Palmer is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Now it's Thuram. Thuram defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, can he get onto this? Lahm. That'll be a throw.
Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 24, camisa 14. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 23, camisa 9.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, well played. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Vieira. Takes a shot! Sticks it away! Botafogo back on level terms! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Dembele. Madrid perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Lahm. Yamal. Lahm is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Played back in. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And this is Lukaku. It's Lukaku! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Lukaku fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So, third corner of the game.
Camisa 21, camisa 5. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 17, camisa 2.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He might have to go it alone here. And it's De Jong. Lukaku. And a chance! It's a goal! And they're back in front! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Madrid get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Dembele. Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Couldn't squeeze it through. Bale. And here's Mbappe, showing good feet. Madrid, moments now away from seeing this one out.
Botafogo really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Van der Ven cuts out the pass. De Jong. Yildiz. Plays a sharp little ball here. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. And the referee brings it to a close. Madrid proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle, they know it. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
We have already started here.
Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever. He's an incredible physical specimen and a phenomenal goal scorer. You can't question his commitment and determination either. He's always in peak condition, and he'll adapt his game to whatever role is requested of him. I think he's going to have a huge impact on this team.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team.
Oh, he's been caught napping.
Nedved. Madrid are looking to break at pace. Can he get onto this?
Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Beckham, delivered with swing.
Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Vieira. Yeah, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Great vision.
Madrid, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Luis Suarez. Oh, super find. So much time and space here.
Bale getting this one clear, and he's quick to snatch it back.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner.
Punched away. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, played right into his path. Bale. Lovely bit of skill. Now here's the delivery. Up he goes! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Thuram. So what can they make of this? Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's got plenty of space out wide here. Beckham with the cross. Heads it again, but still no joy.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
It's a mighty effort! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Pirlo is always scanning the pitch for targets. Thuram. And it's Vieira. And it's Pirlo. Pirlo. Now can he find... Great chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Thuram. Pele. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bullet. Good ball, good take. He's in plenty of space here. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Nil-nil, but nevertheless a very decent game. Now this could be a chance. Vieira. And it's Nedved. Maldini gets it away. Bale. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That's Beckham. Oh, this looks sharp. Now that looks a decent ball. That is a brilliant interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Vietnam clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Konate kept his eye on it, and he's there. Played back in. This is Beckham. It's a good... Oh, smashing header! He scored!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to...
And there's the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
That's the keeper's ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Vieira. Pirlo. Knocks it into space. Jordi Alba. Oh, sweet feet. And he's gone backward here. Pele. Threads one in. Chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Cristiano Ronaldo deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is ended up in no man's land. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And it's Jordi Alba. Pele. And he's onside. He's having a shot! And it's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Madrid grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And that's a throw-in.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. El dorsal 9, Luis Suárez. El dorsal 11, el dorsal 21, Pirlo. Serán sustituidos por
Now it's Pele.
el dorsal 14.
Crosses
el
it in.
dorsal
Oh, what a
18,
climb!
El dorsal 13.
Cleared without
Ronaldinho.
complication.
El dorsal
That pass
23.
isn't the best.
Xavi Alonso.
Tries to play it
Se va a llevar
through.
a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Shapes to shoot! No mistake! And they're back in front! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Vietnam go into the lead. Nicely worked. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And we're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Isak. Now that's well seen too. That's good play. Aimed into, he rises! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Jordi Alba is looking to influence the game from out wide. Madrid do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here whether...
He gets big! Bullet. That's been cut out, well played. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Nedved. And here's Shevchenko, and he's lost his man here.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, that could cost them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. He's gone forward. Lam with the foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El
Ah,
dorsal
now some
5,
movement on the bench, and we are going to see a
el
change.
dorsal 24. Serán sustituidos
Well, that's
por
good defending.
el dorsal
He squeezed the
10,
play and he gave him
el
no
dorsal
chance to
20,
get on the turn.
Kaká.
Collar chasing after it. Well, nicely intercepted. Madrid are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Got a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Lahm has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. Vietnam are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Tomiyasu joining us now, a player, of course, who needs no introduction.
Now, that's what you call a luxury addition, to be able to summon someone of this calibre. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Four extra minutes added on. Thuram. Aims beyond the There's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Yeah, the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Maldini tries to clear. And it's Jordi Alba. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that's that. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's having a shot! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer.
Decent chance! And yes, it's there! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their fit.
And the shot! Oh, what has happened here? First quarter of an hour gone. 2-0 ahead already. It's been an almost perfect start. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That's a sharp pass. And now the breakaway. Bale. Vietnam looking to pass their way through. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Bale. And it's Gattuso. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
That pass isn't the best. Ibrahimovic. Cristiano Ronaldo. Pass somewhat off target. Madrid do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Gullit. The message is clear, none shall pass. Can he spark a counter here? Spread out to the left. Nedved going face to face with his great rival. They're urging. Can he finish? And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Simplicity itself.
Pele really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. He's got away. Beckham gets into a good position. Climbs up big! Luis Suarez. Madrid heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Van Dijk. And the pass is intercepted. And this is Ronaldo. Van Dijk. Jordi Alba. He is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Gullit. Beckham has it in a wide position. Oh, smashing! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, taken with style. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen,
And there is the half-time whistle.
well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Gullit cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Vieira. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Succumbs to the pressure. Gullit!
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And that has left him in a heap. Maldini cuts it out. Pirlo. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Vieira. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Back into the middle. And reclaimed it in a trice. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And that's going to be a booking.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
Both sides
7,
then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
El dorsal 9, Luis
Oh, this looks sharp.
El dorsal 21.
Now,
Pirlo.
can they get him away?
Serán sustituidos por
Madrid
el dorsal
still have the
14,
cards to affect
el
this
dorsal
game.
18, el dorsal 23.
Isaac
Xabi Alonso.
in with the
Se va a
challenge.
producir un cambio de jugadores.
Pele can see things others simply cannot. Oh, good take in a good area. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Beckham. Beckham. There he goes, motoring forward.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And this is Pele. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Driving forward. That's good play. And it's Nedved. Vieira. Now it's Gullit. Morris ended up in no man's land. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Pele has found the net here, of course. Great chance! That's another chance! Sticks it away! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Madrid grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Can he finish? And the ball's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Nedved touches it back. Pele. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Isak. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Maldini gets over and intercepts. 5 minutes left on the clock. Thinks about the shot. Looking to play him in. It's a good-looking delivery. Shevchenko. Well, that is one way to stop him.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Maldini. And it's Nedved. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Habrá 2 minutos de
Can he
descuento.
get on the end of this? Kola! And that is that. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Pele voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.